What's up, guys? I'm back with another one. I'm gonna give you guys the timeline of everything that happened to me, all the updates, and a timeline of exactly how I was able to prove to you guys that I was right all along. So stay tuned, follow along, let's get this going.
Tonight, a haunting image in the middle of the night.
We do believe that Nancy was taken from her home against her will, and that's where we're at.
An 84-year-old woman seemingly kidnapped from her home.
Seriously, that guy, his behind had the nerve to come up here on January 31st and give a press conference exposing how they actually was out and about the night Nancy Guthrie went missing. Now, mind you guys, in the beginning, like you and I, we both was baffled by how this case unfolded. They tried to tell both me and you and the rest of the people that this case was completely done by one individual. You knew how I took that. This is the video of Nancy Guthrie's home being burglarized, y'all. Oh my God. Now that video was the video that I obtained from my source and posted to you guys. And guess what happened after that? That's when all the threats began. They had the nerve to send me a transcript. Well, I made the transcript, but they called me and I created the transcript from the call to show you guys, and I made the video, which was this. So they call and they're like, Mr. So-and-so, we've come across the video of yours where you've disclosed a certain amount of information that we deem privy to be classified. So in that same sense, I rebuttal. Classified? What do you mean classified? They said, well, in the sense classified, they mean it wasn't released to the general public. And in that case, they deemed it that needed to become a security issue supposedly, and they want me to take the video down. But I told them, like, at the end of the day, I do have a First Amendment right. If that's the case, you guys need to just start being a little bit more truthful with the public. Now, mind you, that was just the beginning. So after I got that, multiple people wanted to know why. And I continued to give the investigation to you guys, truth by truth by truth. Now then, guess what happened? You know you got them people out there that's gonna try and say, oh, that video's not real, there's no second suspect. I even had somebody try and tell me Nancy's house doesn't even have a sliding door. Okay, since they weren't telling you guys the truth and I had to be the one to force it, that video ended up going viral, and guess what the news said the very next morning? To my last page, I put up the leaked footage of Nancy Guthrie's home being burglarized by the second suspect around back. A lot of you guys tried to say the video wasn't real. Then I exposed to you guys about how the feds called me, threatening me, telling me I had to take the video down because I was threatening the investigation by releasing documents and information that wasn't privy to the public. Yet after telling them I will not, and that they must tell you all the truth, News Nation has just reported that Pima County sheriffs are now admitting that a second suspect may be involved. If you go back to my last... What's up, y'all? Earlier I put up a video, and as I was trying to explain to you guys some of the connections in the video with some of the you-knows-who's and some of our you-knows-who's, because if you pay attention to the last video, the title of the video, the first three acronyms are exactly who took Nancy Guthrie. You guys seen what they did. They not only disrupted my video, they blocked the content, they tried to scrub some of the comments, until my family had to come out in force and let everyone else know this man has been exposing the truth so bad that they're trying to shut me out. The beautiful part about it is I haven't let up yet. I also came up, made a video telling and exposing everybody about how and who is the only people capable of doing such crimes, and that we have a history and proof of other international organizations committing the exact same crimes at high celebrity. I flew out to Arizona a few times to go on location so I can sit there and provide as much insight as I can. It seems as if you are on the right track, they don't want to hear from you. If you decide you want to start your own search party and go into some of the other places that they might be able to not get to because of manpower, guess what? They will stop you from searching. If you were a regular person trying to do this in the middle of an investigation for a real investigation, they would charge you for hindering an investigation. But yet, Pima County Sheriff has not allowed any of the outside nonprofit organizational groups that are willing to do a massive grid search to find evidence leading to the discovery of Nancy Guthrie. They refuse to. What does that tell you? I even said jammers are being used. The type of infiltration that needed to be done was not going to be something that was driven in. It was something that they had to come in from miles away first because it was reconned already. This was a planned situation. They was just waiting for the right night to execute, and they found the right night when they were able to disrupt the telephone lines. Watch any movie. I understand movies are fake, but the general concept of a movie is to take the reality-based subject of it and turn it into a more interesting view by fabricating certain events. But you guys fail to realize these people come up with these movie subject matters because they're coming from real life situations. Nancy Guthrie was taken by people that we elect. Nancy Guthrie is being tortured and disrupted and being taken away from her loved ones by people we look for to help us in these situations. What are we to do when the people we look for to protect us are the perpetrators? The Nancy Guthrie case is what actually led me here. This is the secret military facility out here in Montana, supposedly holding Nancy Guthrie. Now, I gave you guys a few seconds of that video to show that I am traveling across the country to find Nancy Guthrie. Follow, like, and share.